Hello and welcome to another Top 10 brought to you by the Glazov Gang. The 2020 elections are about much more than Trump. The Democratic Party candidates are becoming dangerous at all levels. Democrats in 2020 have moved far to the left. Many are radical threats in elections all around America. So, let's take a look at the top 10 reasons why they should terrify you. On number 10, you may know Ayanna Pressley as the fourth member of the squad. She came into power in the last election. She actually defeated an incumbent in the 2018 primary by a wide margin in Massachusetts, District 7. Boston is becoming scary radical. For years, Pressley has associated with Boston's Chinese Progressive Alliance. It's tied to the Chinese Communist Party, the same government which mass murdered 65 million people and is not always the best friend of America. Pressley supports taking guns from people, unrestricted abortion, defunding ICE, and she has smeared the lawful imprisonment of criminals as modern-day slavery based on their race. On number 9, a squad member, Alexandra OcasioCortez, or AOC. She is in New York's 14th district. AOC is young, dumb, and popular. That makes her one of the most dangerous politicians in America. Like her mentor, Bernie Sanders, she calls herself a democratic socialist. She wants to give us the Green New Deal. It's a plan right out of Marxist communist. So the leftist media love her and treat her as their party leader. If she wins again, especially under a Bernie presidency, she will gain more power. One bright spot is that she is not polling well in her own district, and more moderate challengers are trying to beat her. But even out of office, she will be a scary media force for many years to come with her radical program to take down America. On number 8, Rashida Tlaib, another member of the squad, is one of the first 2 Muslim women ever elected to Congress. She replaced John Conyers in Michigan's 13th district and turned that district Islamic. Maybe forever now? It's Detroit and Dearborn, or as some call it, Dearbornistan. Although Rashida does not wear a hijab, she advances Islamization of America. As a Palestinian Muslim, she strongly supports the anti-Semitic BDS boycott movement against Israel. She is connected to CAIR, the Council on American Islamic Relations. CAIR is the same Muslim Brotherhood group exposed in the 2007 Holy Land Foundation trial for terror support financing. CAIR funded Hamas, a jihad terror group. While she has been in office, Rashida also associated with a known terrorist sympathizer. Did you know she ran unopposed in 2018? But now in 2020, she faces a handful of challengers, including 3 Republicans. So, I guess there's hope. On our number 7, Ilhan Omar. She's in Minnesota's 5th district. It's Minneapolis, which includes the little Mogadishu area. There are a lot of Somali Muslims there. In 2018, Ilhan replaced her fellow Muslim brother, Keith Ellison, who became Minnesota's first Islamic Attorney General. So that problem gets to stay with us until 2022. But meanwhile, Ilhan and Rashida became the first Muslim women in Congress. Ilhan pushes hard for Islamization of our government. Her first move in power was to scare the House members about Islamophobia. So they ended their 1837 rule against hats, just for her, but only for her hijab. There are still no MAGA hats allowed. If you don't think that is so bad, well, it gets worse. Ilhan Omar asked for clemency for Muslims who tried to join ISIS. She ignores questions and evidence that she married her own brother in immigration fraud. She opposes President Trump's sanctions against the Islamic Republic of Iran. Ilhan even condemned President Trump for killing a master terror leader, Quds Force General Qasem Soleimani of Iran. Ilhan makes more anti-Jewish statements than probably any other American politician. There are a lot of candidates trying to replace her, but she keeps getting away with way too much Muslim privilege in power. In our number 6, Joe Biden. He is the candidate who the Democratic Party establishment wants to become president. As vice president under Barack Obama, Biden gave us Obamacare and a very bad Iran nuclear deal. But worse is Biden's corruption. In corrupt Ukraine, energy company Burisma put Biden's son Hunter on its board while Joe was in Obama's White House. In 2014, Joe Biden made a quid pro quo demand for Ukraine to fire the lead investigator into corruption of Burisma. Biden threatens to withhold congressional aid funds. He later bragged about it on camera.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money.
In fact, as many as 5 members of Biden's family have made big money on Joe's 5 decades in career politics. Just like the Clintons, the Biden family makes itself very rich in Democratic Party politics. On number 5, Michael Bloomberg. He was a Republican mayor of New York City from 2002 to 2013. He's a billionaire who entered the 2020 presidential race late in 2019. So he doesn't appear on the early ballots. Bloomberg acts sometimes like an establishment choice, but he has some extreme positions. For example, he wants to take away more gun rights. He plans to expand abortion even further. And he has said that even though he opposed the Iran deal, he would work to reinstate and improve it. Bloomberg is spending a huge amount of his own money trying to buy his way into power one way or another. On our number 4, Bernie Sanders. He is currently leading the Democrats for president, but he's not even a Democrat. Bernie is a declared socialist, and really, he's a communist. In his youth, Bernie was a Stalinist. Everything about Bernie is straight out of Soviet communism. He constantly demonizes the rich. Bernie seems to want the federal government to control almost every part of our economy. His fellow radical AOC is his biggest supporter. What worse are his close ties to Islamic supremacy. Bernie's campaign manager is an Islamic movement progressive operative named Faiz Shakir. Shakir previously worked as an aide to radical Democrats Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid. He was editor-in-chief of the Think Progress blog. He was the political director of the American Civil Liberties Union. Shakir is the son of Pakistani Muslim immigrants who raised him in Florida. He identified himself as both progressive liberal and an advocate for Muslim American communities. Actually, Bernie's Islamic ties run even much wider than Shakir. Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and Linda Sarsour all campaign for Bernie. So Bernie gets support from those Islamic Jew haters while he's now trying to promote his own Jewish identity. But his past is not so friendly to Jews. In 2017, Bernie proposed to take away Israel aid and give it to Hamas in Gaza. With that pro-Islam agenda, a Bernie presidency is the scariest thing I can think of. On our number 3, one of the most radical things Democrats propose is to abolish the Electoral College. That will get rid of most of the election power in Middle America states with their smaller state population. The big leftist cities like San Francisco, Chicago, Detroit, New York, and Los Angeles will get complete control to elect the president by national popular vote. Because the cities grow faster, only a Democrat will win in those future elections. Of all the candidates running today, only Joe Biden and Michael Bloomberg want to keep the Electoral College as it is. That should scare you. On number 2, none of the 2020 Democrat candidates are moderate. All of them share one radical position or another. For instance, they all support abortion without restrictions, expanding Medicare, discouraging Israel from aggressively defending herself against Islamic attacks. They want restrictions on Second Amendment and to give healthcare to illegal aliens. And it goes far beyond just presidential candidate. There are many House and Senate races which have radicals running or who already in power. Check out my friend Trevor Loudon's 2019 list of the top 50 socialists and communists in Congress to get an idea of how scary this is. And now, we also have to start worrying about jihadi Muslims joining them in office as even more get elected each time. On our number 1, the RedGreen Alliance. The RedGreen Alliance is the joint efforts between the Marxist, Communist, Progressive movement, and the Islamic movement. There are 2 separate enemies working together against us. So combined, they are the biggest political threat that conservatives face in America today. Their alliance rose up largely when Obama won in 2008. The left, who are the Reds, the Islamic jihadists, who are the Green, have a shared common goal: to take down America in any way they can. Their joint strategy is why Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib all ran as Democrats instead of as independents or as a new Islamic party. The Democratic Party welcomes them all under one shared banner. It is also why Bernie, a declared socialist, runs as a Democrat. And why the actual Communist Party USA says that working with the Democratic Party is key to their own goal. They all unite to fly the Democratic banner to defeat us first. Later, they will fight each other for their own supremacy. Out of the ashes of our America, they burn down. But for now, they all believe that America and the Western world first must be destroyed. And that should terrify you. So, let's unite America now to stop them. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss our future episodes.